Good afternoon, everyone. We're in Kensington, or more specifically, Newsham Gardens, or more specifically, Liverpool's red lights area, where a PCSO has stopped a male and a female casually strolling through the gardens, smoking what seems to appear a joint. Backup has arrived. I'm across the road, by the way. I'm not going to disrupt or put the police off by butting in, but we shall monitor the situation from afar, about 2 meters. It begs the question, doesn't it? Should cannabis be legalised here in the UK? Now, hear me out, I don't use cannabis, I hate the smell of it, but if it were regulated and taxed like the tobacco industry, could you imagine the economic benefits in tax and job creation alone, never mind the amount of pressure taken off our police force? At present, it costs the UK taxpayer a small price of around £50 million per year, I believe, enforcing the current ban on cannabis. Of course, legalisation could free up thousands of hours of police time, which of course could be put to more use with more serious offences. Now, of course, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm not saying it should be legalised, but in the UK, the black market breaks in around £6 billion per year, I read recently. Imagine what that money could do to help our economy, our homeless. Now this will be interesting. As an officer of the opposite sex, he is allowed to search the lady as it's in a public place. It can only be a superficial examination. Absolutely nuts, this one. Anything more than a superficial examination must be made by an officer of the same sex, which obviously there isn't here, so, but a female officer did turn up eventually, but the search was complete. I think a small amount has been found. It'll just be a slap on the wrist, I think. Nothing, well, he's certainly not going to get arrested, is he? As the police left there, they found a bunch of keys here in the bushes. There's also a bank card that they didn't see, I've just seen. But I'm not going to touch it, obviously. I'm not going to get it on camera because the person's name's across it. But we've highlighted this before here in the bushes with the all these wrappers, condom wrappers, right across the school here. But you'll find all kinds in here: keys, phone, personal belongings. Because when the lady of the night comes in here, the man is receiving, you know what, his pants are down. She will root through his pockets because that's how desperate these ladies are. Now, sorry for the shaky cameras here, but I'm just trying to set it up because I've just seen 2 men acting rather suspiciously in the other end of the bushes. So they're getting searched down there. Around here, there's 2 men in these bushes. This is weird. This is weird. Is he looking for a card? A bank card? A phone. Oh, phone. Oh no, I was going to say there's a bank card over there in that corner. It's like a mad name. Alright, no worries. Well, I didn't know it was bloody police.
It's pretty much okay. It's not so good, not so bad.
Why is it not so good?
The place we are staying is like far from all the supermarkets.
What about?
Also, there isn't any connectivity to
Good connectivity,
Yeah.
public transport.
Would you
all
say-
the parts of the street. We have good connectivity to the city center itself, but not all around the city.
Would you say it's safe around here?
It is safe.
Yeah.
It is safe.
Yeah.
What about the prostitution that happens around here? You know about that?
Nah, like we recently moved here, so we don't know.
This is the first time we're hearing about
Ah, right. But you feel safe?
it. It is safe.
Yeah, that's good. Kensington has many issues beside what goes on along Shiel Road. Liam Robinson has recently highlighted his concerns over crime and littering that goes on here. This all comes after he went against plans to grant a premises licence for a new shop here where the owner wanted to sell alcohol. But Liam Robinson received a bit of a backlash for rejecting his proposal, which he said would only add to the more than 20 other licensed premises here in Kensington on the main walking route to the area's local schools. Anyway, despite his reasons for objection, the three-person panel agreed to award Mr. Now I'm sorry if I get this wrong, Mr. Amiri Parian, I think his name was. Anyway, he refused to award him his licence to trade. Now, not that it makes no difference what I think, but I have to agree. There's so many convenience stores here selling alcohol, adding to Kensington's not so much drink problem, but obviously drink leads to a lot of the high number of crimes that happen here. So basically what I'm saying is I get Liam Robinson's point. You know, we're seeing the same stores here that we'll see in the let's go with neglected areas, if you like. Barbers again, the betting shops, the phone shops. This fella you might see, this fella in front of me sits outside John Lewis in Liverpool city centre and plays his accordion. He does live down here in Kensington. Another barber, another convenience store. I'm going to walk around and highlight some of the litter as well that he pointed. The Vine Brook used to be a great little pub. Been in there a few times. Actually knew the owner at one time. Another off licence. I'm just going to turn back around because there's not really much down that end of Kensington to look at. Here's the one of 20 alcohol licensed premises. And this was one of Liam Robinson's concerns, wasn't it? Listening, I know there's bins, but so much rubbish has been missed, and there's just absolutely no need for that, is there? We're just on Denman Street. We'll carry on walking, excuse me, down Kensington. Sorry for my very nasally voice. I'm suffering with a bit of a cold. I'll not just walk down Kensington, I just want to show you what the main shopping route is like. Excuse me again, the Kensington. I don't know whether that's still open. Yeah, I think it is still open actually. But I will be walking down the likes of Bowler Street and Molyneux Road, locally known as Molly. Place I used to hang around a little bit as a kid. That's where most of my friends were from. Because This area has changed so much. So much over the last 10, 15 years. If you live down here, let me know in the comments. Let me know, if you grew up around here, did you stick around here? Because most of my friends definitely didn't stick around here. Definitely never had any intentions to stay around here even back then. Fucking duck. Fast food places galore. These obviously Turkish barbers. After highlighting this on was it my last video or the video before, these phone repair clinics. I think the general consensus is we all know what they're about. They're a front, another barber shop. I got a bit of stick for saying how did they make money. I'll just say what I think. I think I've walked past 4 or 5 barber shops there within yards of each other. How is that? You know. The Molly pub. Does anyone remember the Molly pub? It was Jimmy Judge. Used to have this pub back in the day. The central hub for everyone along here on this road. Dates back to 1885. One of the oldest pubs in Liverpool. Now sadly closed. Just ignore me while I try and figure out my new camera. Fresh, one store. Does this sell alcohol? I'm not sure. When I walk down here, I can't help but think of that poor lad, Craig Eaton, who was shot and killed here in a mistaken identity over 20 years ago. We're just passing Mansell Road here. We're going up to the Molly Cafe. I've been there a few times. It's nice food. The owner's lovely. I don't know her name. Could be Molly. I don't know. I don't think it is, but I'll turn down one of these side streets in a minute. Let's just show you these. Just passing Gilroy now. Gilroy Road. These houses here. Look at this. A lot of houses to let around here as well. Not very rare to buy. A lot of them are to let. That's just because a lot of people just come and go in this area. But there's I get the sense of nobody really. The community's gone in this area. I mean, look at this. You know, if there was any sense of community, would this be allowed to happen? People just don't care about their area anymore. As I zigzag my way through the streets in Kensington, every conversation I can overhear has been in another language. It's when you listen to the older generations, so many of them will tell you just as I have, there's no sense of community the way there was when we was younger. But I think it still exists. It's just in a different way now and not as we once knew it. As I say, there's a lot of to let properties, so a lot of people are coming and going a lot more these days. It's nice when you see the face of a long-term resident. They are the heart of the neighbourhood, aren't they? And they help hold it together. They can tell you a lot about the history of the place. And they're the ones that... Oh, look at this. There's just no need for it, is there? I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of the listen, and I totally get Liam Robinson's point. But yeah, anyway, the old faces, they're the ones that I'd love to talk to on camera, but I just can't find any. I can't find any that want to talk on camera. You can see these 3 ladies in the middle of the road here. I'm guessing Romanian, going off the way they're speaking. It's clearly multicultural around here, and that's fine. My worry is the language barrier though. I read recently there's over 300 languages now spoken in our capital, London, and many of them actually don't speak English at all. Look at this car. Jesus. Which I think is a worry. Gives us that problem we see, or I certainly sense it around here, of separation, especially with the old people. The kids might go to school and they can integrate with the other kids, and that's great. But as I say, if the older people can't talk English, it's going to be very difficult for them to integrate into, or to mix with everyone that can speak English, with the community. And maybe that's what gives us that separation. It might get better, as I say, as the kids get older and they've already mixed, if they can speak English, then that's great. But look at this alley gate here. Not one sign is English, which kind of proves my point. I think YouTube is a great way to do public service and have an impact on the community if done correctly. People may agree or disagree with me, and either is fine. That's why I love the comment section. It's almost like a community itself. Don't take anything I say with the wrong way. I say what I say and highlight what I show because I care. Without a sense of care, there can be no sense of community. One of my favourite quotes: greatness. Sorry. One of my favourite quotes, and I'll probably get this wrong now. The greatness of any community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members. I just love that quote because it's so true. We all play a role in our community. We can't moan about it if we're not doing anything about it either. Maybe not. I'm going to go back down Shiel Road now. Further on is Fairfield, that is for another video. Let's see it back down Shiel Road. Well, the sign, no insurance, no vehicle, and also the length of what's coming out of his boot doesn't help. Back along Shiel Road as I come up to Geneva Road. Down Geneva Road there is a women's temporary accommodation centre It's a 25-bed hostel, valuable to women in need around here. Get your local drug dealer with a QR code. No, I'm just joking. Back in the day, this phone box was known. It had local drug dealers' numbers in there, and it was known for obviously suspicious activities and stuff like that. Look at this here. On Swiss Road here. Just winds you up, doesn't it? The state of that. There's a lot of CCTV, as you can see here, around this area. Obviously, protection for the ladies around here. So you'd think that they would catch the fly tippers who do that. You'd like to think so, but a lot of them are just false plates as well. We'll carry on along Shiel Road, head back to in fact no we won't, because look at this, more, it's just become an absolute dumping ground, hasn't it? Just, this really winds me up, the laziness of it. And this is like extreme, isn't it? It's just 1 or 2 bags. There must be 20, 30 bags there easy, and other materials. Jesus. Now it's stuff like this, mattress and what looks to be like a couch there. Could be waiting for a bulky bob to come around and take it away. Look at this wall here, that's probably been caused by Storm Dada. I don't know. But stuff like this isn't waiting to be taken away. That's just waiting for someone else to clean up their shite, isn't it? Excuse the language. Now it's Wednesday. It could be collection day, but the bin men will only collect the bins. They won't collect anything else either side of it, especially that further back up there. That'll stay there until the council remove it, and at the cost of the council, the taxpayer, should I say. This building right ahead of me, I don't know what it was. I'm not sure what it was, whether it was a HMO or offices. It's a huge building. It's been closed a while, which is sad, isn't it, when you think about it? Another hostel could have been ideal around here. I've got to go somewhere down towards Belmont Road. Time is getting on a bit. I'm gonna have to be there for an hour or so, and then I'll come back down this way a bit later on. Look at this, in LA, shoes on a telephone wire, said to be linked to organised crime, signifying the location of gang turf. Here in the UK, don't get overexcited. It just means you've won a game of shoe tossing. But yeah, so I'm going to head, as I say, down towards Belmont. I'll be a couple of hours, and then I'm going to come back up this way. One happy customer. It's getting a bit on now. It's about 6 o'clock. And as you can see, no, it's all love. Thanks anyway, love. Take care though, love. dangerous world. And on that note, everyone take care. Thank you for watching.